Lord have mercy. What's up, you guys? I know it's late. I am up packing, but I don't know if my flight's gonna get canceled or not because it was delayed. Um, so just thinking about my friend Jacques, really thinking about him and thinking about him a lot. And I don't want to go to the funeral. Um, because I haven't been to a funeral of a close friend in forever, and I'm really, really thinking about him, and just thinking about him. I am here. I was gonna go live on Seychelles, but I said, hey, let me go live over here and talk to y'all over YouTube. But yeah, I really am thinking about him, and I'm cleaning out my closet. Cleaning up. I can tell that I'm grieving because I'm cleaning and staying active. I haven't really sat down and cried yet. I haven't sat down and really just cried for my friend. I've just been, cleaning, thinking about him a lot, listening to his music. I haven't listened to our last conversation, our last show that we did when I was in Chicago a couple of years back. Uh, so I'm going to restream that on Friday. Um, you know, and if I don't get to go to his funeral, that's fine because I remember him being alive and full of life, full of dreams. He had so many good dreams. But I'm so glad that we were able to make up before he passed. We were able to get back cool. And when I was on the Greyhound bus, I was just glad that we were able to have a conversation and to really make up and to become great friends. So I have all the great memories of my friend. I'm gonna miss Jacques. I'm definitely gonna miss that young brother. And I'm gonna continue to keep his legacy alive. I also want to say I was on the phone with Spirit, and I didn't know like to change your flight, they charge you $100 to change your flight from one flight to another flight because it's still icy out. So if it's too slippery, then I'm not gonna. If I can't get a ride, then I know it's not meant for me to go. I know it's not meant for me. Oh, Billy J, okay, the UK, send me some UKT. So I know it's not meant for me to go if it's slippery. You know what I'm saying? Definitely be safe. And if I do get in a car, I'm gonna tell my Lyft driver, just take it easy. It's not a big rush. I get that when I get there because I leave out like 3 or 4 hours ahead of time to get to the airport safely. If you know, and stuff like that. I was really upset at the way that Texas is handling this ice storm. I feel like, we have these storms every couple of years, and pretty much every year we have these storms. They need to do a better job with salt trucks and everything. They don't plan for it. They need to start budgeting for these winter months. They need to deploy the National Guard, deploy salt trucks, deploy these people to help with the weather conditions, and then also put laws on it that the residencies must have salt to salt the ground, or they will be fined by the city or the state. They need to have some type of regulations on there because, again, it's all about safety. Because I slipped down the stairs. Thank God I didn't break any bones. I wasn't hurt, but I slipped down like 4 stairs. I just slid down. What if I would have just fell down and just broke my neck or ankle or something, Because I needed to go to the store to grab something, and I was able to grab what I was able to grab. But I appreciate my Uber driver, sister, I forgot her name, but shout out to her for coming to pick me up. And she actually canceled the ride because she didn't want me to pay for it because she was going to the store. She needs to go to the store. And I said that was fine, but I still was able to leave her a tip. I still was able to leave her a tip because of the goodness that she did. Okay. That was one of she didn't have to do it, but when you bless, people bless you, and I appreciate that, and I hope that God bless her and that 100-fold, because when you bless the people of God, God will in return bless you. Okay, so yeah, I appreciate that of her doing that. But again, I'm asking you all to pray for me, and because I'm not in Chicago, I live in Dallas. Just pray for me, as I travel back home. Safe travels, His travel and mercy. I'll be back home if it be the Lord's will. If I'm able to transport there to get there, I'll be home. And then also we'll be back home later on this month to celebrate my grandmother's 88th birthday. She'll be 88 years old. So I appreciate that. I'm asking God to truly can keep my grandmother her good mind, her health, and can and do it for her for many more years. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Saying it here because it's not really cold, but I see the ice. Like I literally see the ice uh, out. Like literally see the ice. I see the ice, and it's not snowing. Let me check out my window. It's literally not snowing. Uh, it's not snowing. None of our trash has been picked up. I was able to get it out the house, but it's just ice and everything. Yeah. So that's just how it goes here. I got my heat on. Got my chicken in the air fryer. About to drink a glass of wine so I can go on that plane and sleep. Let me see if I can find that video of us. I found it. I love that. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I love that. Okay, hold on. Let me see something. Can I download this? No, that's not download. I'm gonna do something. Let me see, Jaquisha. Let me see if I can find it. I'm just uploading it and everything, because if I'm not here, then I have it already uploaded. Hey y'all, I'm here uploading this content, for my friend. I just want to download it so it'll be already downloaded. Let me see if I can find it. And I shared it. Wow. Let me see if I can find it, download it. Oh, my friend. Oh, my friend. Lord have mercy. Death is a part of life, and we all gonna go someday. It's just the pain. Uh, it's just the pain. It is the pain of my brother is gone. Like that pain, I feel that pain. I don't know why I'm not crying. I don't know if it's gonna hit me later at the funeral or because they haven't hit me. Let me see. Okay, I'm gonna do this. Death is final. And I'm just so glad. So, so glad that so glad, that I'm so glad. You know, oh, I'm so glad that I was able to experience a friend. Yeah, thank you. I was to be able to experience that. Oh my gosh. Excuse me. So, to experience a friend and oh gosh. Oh gosh, I didn't want to cry. Oh, shoot. Well, just experiencing a friend, you know what I'm saying? And it's just hurtful, you know. Because I don't have a lot of friends, and he was one. So, you know, it's hurtful. Um, And to lose somebody, a brother, I just remember him supporting me. But a lot of people didn't. I just remember him supporting me. And he would call into my show, and it would just be me and him. And a lot of support he would give me. So I appreciate that I was able to be in his life for almost 10 years, a little over 10 years. Appreciate that we were able to have a bond. Just so shocking. And I was trying to get in contact, and I knew something was wrong. That's why I restrained the video, because I just knew something was wrong. And this is like the first time I cried, about it. It just seemed not real. It just don't seem real. Who I wasn't planning on crying. I was not planning on crying. I thank God that he don't have to suffer anymore. Praying for his mother. It was our oldest baby. Definitely praying for him, for his family. Praying for his family. Whew. Oh gosh, let me get myself together. I was not planning on crying. How about you? He'd be like, "Why are you crying?" Oh, he'd be like, "Why are you crying?" Oh, he'd be like, "Why are you crying?" Oh gosh, I just had to get that out. Woo. I feel much better because I was trying not to cry. I was trying not to shed any tears. A shock of it, yes. I mean, he was popular in Chicago. A lot of people, and he befriended me. We had a good bond. And so when I started My radio show in Chicago, it was a such thing called as the Families of Chicago, aka FOC. And so the Families of Chicago was gay, and everybody, they think of a name, you want to call your family the Prescott family, the Kardashian family, the Baldwin family, the Corleone family. So they just named their families the Golden family. Um, you get a group of gays, you just have a family. And so during that time, um, we had um, during that time they had radio shows on Blog Talk Radio. This was like new, and so Sonny Monroe was his last name. The Monroe family. He started a radio show to cater towards the Chicago gays, the gay scene, where the family scene, where it was a fight. It was like you go on Blog Talk Radio, he would have a radio show, he'd be on the phone, people will call in, they will listen. You can listen on your computer or you can listen on your phone. So I started to develop a show back in 2011, and I started a show with Sonny Monroe, gay child, Kevin. At the time, his name was Kevin, and we started a radio show, and I call it the Chicago Scene or the Chicago Snoop. And so I started the show. The ratings was very low. Nobody tuned in. Nobody listened. Nobody watched the show at all. But Jacques was one of the ones that would watch it. He would listen to it, and we would talk about it. He would be the only one listening to the show. He was just there for me. While majority of the girls, the majority of the popular girls on the gay scene was on Sunny's show. And then I would have some successes, and Jacques would be there the entire show. Um, I would interview gay artists, and so I found my niche. I knew I could compete with interviewing the gay families members because a lot of them didn't want to come on my show because I was messy and I was pretty much blackballed myself. So I found a niche to start doing shows on LGBT artists, and so I would interview all the LGBT artists, the Freaky Boys, Pretty Boy Rich, Brian the rapper, all the rappers I could find. I would just bring them on there and have conversations. But most of the time, it would just be me or the guy or the artist, and then Jacques would be in the audience. And so it would be like that for a while I was stagnated where nobody was really listening to my show. But then my show started to gain steam. I got discouraged, didn't really do it anymore. So I was starting into 2011. And then one day my show just popped. I started getting clicks and views, started getting subscribers. My name started to get out there nationally and also internationally. And Jacques was there through it all. And he encouraged me. He said, keep up the good work. I inspired him to start his mukbang channel. And when he was having issues of being monetized, I helped him on the back end, was giving him suggestions. He wanted to focus on mukbanging, but he wanted to use that as transition into doing his music. He wanted to own his own record company, all of these type of things. And I've also helped manage his career when he released 2 records. And one of the records that he released, Frame, the picture that you see on it, I'm going to post all that. The picture that you actually see on Frame is the picture that I actually took on my camera, and that was like the cover art. And so I believed in his music. I was in the studio. He did a record with Lil Bit. He's a rapper, and Trina followed him. But I picked him up, booked the studio time, paid for the studio time, and he came in. He featured on the record. It was like a hot record, was making noise in the Chicago gay scene. They actually liked the record. It was a dope record. And so he really wanted to do this. And then I had issues with my family. He was there. He didn't really understand it. I literally left Chicago, and we kind of like fell off. We wasn't really talking as much. And then a couple of years back, we had that tiff attack on the phone where I cussed him out. And then about a year or so later, we made up. He came on the show. We talked about it. We had a conversation. And then I went to Chicago, and then I interviewed him. And I did a collaboration on his show. I forgot that I did a collaboration on Jacques' show as well, called Jacques So Fab. And I did a show on there, and I appreciate that. Like, I really, really appreciate my brother, for always believing in me and showing me love, showing me massive support, coming on my show, just having conversation. We just talk. Most of the time when I say I'm bisexual, I've been saying it for years. I've always identified as bisexual, and we would have these in-depth conversations like, "Oh, you confused? What are you saying? You go like one over the other?" And so, we would have these major debates. We would talk about race. We were talking about being a CNA. I've helped him to be a CNA. He actually went to the same school that I went to Nirvana Institute on King Drive to become a certified nurse assistant. We both wanted to become nurses at one point, but he was working in the kitchen. He got his CNA. I worked in the kitchen, and I moved up and got my CNA, and I transferred to a different department, and he tried to transfer, and they wouldn't let him. And so he quit the job, and then, because I helped him get a job at Park Place, and then, of course, I worked at Park Place as well. So I appreciate the love that, the bond that we shared as brothers. I really, really appreciate that. Somebody that I could just vent and talk to, didn't have to worry about hearing my business out on the internet. He was able to vent and tell me things that I'm going to take to my grave. I'm not going to say any of those type of things that he shared to me privately in the privacy of my home. We just had that type of bond, and he understood, Wiley as from Chicago. Like, he wasn't so caught up, like, oh my gosh, you got all these fans. Like, I remember when when I came on the show, when he came on my show, he said, oh my, all these comics. He was so shocked now that the show have, grown tremendously. It's no longer a show with 5 people. We have thousands of people watching our product, so I appreciate that. But I thank him. I thank you, Jacques, for the love and your legacy. Going to always, I'm going to build on your legacy by continuing to help artists. I will continue to talk to LGBT artists. I'm going to continue to bring that back because I was an architect of interviewing artists. I'm going to bring that back on my show as well, interviewing LGBT artists, openly gay artists, because I used to do that a lot. That helped me get my footing in my interview skills. But thank you to Jacques, to his family, and hopefully I'll be able to go there and help, put my friend to rest. He don't have to suffer no more. That's the good thing. He don't have to suffer anymore. He can just rest. Thank you. I didn't mean to cry, but I just had to. I just had to let it out. um, I just had to let it out. So I'm about to finish. Well, I'm done packing. I am done packing. I'm done packing. I just cleaning my closet. I'm kind of glad, like, the grieving that I'm cleaning, like deep cleaning my closet. I'm like, I really tackle my closet, and I have so many clothes in the closet. I'm like, what in the world? I got a lot of clothes that I forgot I had, and I appreciate that. Thank you, Jacques. I'm gonna share his music that he did on my community wall, and I'm gonna play his records on Station Head as well. I can't play it on my YouTube channel because it's copyrighted, but I can share those links. It's on SoundCloud, so I will share those links if you all want to listen to his songs. He only recorded 2. He got some unreleased tracks, but I'm not gonna put out his unreleased tracks without permission. I'm not gonna put out his. I actually have to. I think I got a couple of them in my email, but I'm not putting out his unreleased tracks without his family's permission. That's kind of like trash to do. But yeah. So he have 2 records, and he had a dream. He wanted to make it as an artist to retire his family, and that's why the greatest gift and asset you have is your health. If your health is declining, you can have the most money in the world. That doesn't mean anything because your health is declining. The most precious thing you can have is your health. And most of us don't even think about that until you no longer have your health. So thank God every day. Say, Lord, thank you for my health. Thank you for my mind. Thank you for my vision. Thank you for my hearing. Thank you that I can walk up the stairs, because most people can't do those type of things. So you appreciate that and honor that. But I want to say thank you to my viewers. Thank you for the support. Thank you all for donating to the show. Somebody sent me a blessing today, and we were able to get some things. I appreciate that. Love talking to y'all. I can vent and talk to my audience. I don't cry as much on the show because it's a fun, good show, but sometimes we go through real ish, and we just have to break down in tears and just go with it. And so, thank you. And like I said, if I won't be able to make it to the funeral, I would definitely continue to keep Jacques Jacques' name and his legacy alive. So thank you all for your massive support. Thank you to the help that I've been received, was honored to receive on these past couple of weeks. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, so this was real, y'all. This is real. This is really real. This is life. And I'm honoring my friend. Because I don't have many friends. Jonathan is a friend of mine. He's battling a meth addiction right now. Close friend I've been knowing over 10 years. Jacques, he passed away. So that's about it. Theo, we're building a friendship, and I don't have many friends because I don't call everybody my friend. I really don't. I have associates, and some of my viewers are becoming friends. Some of them, my inner circle, some of my moderators are becoming close friends of mine. But I don't have many. And Jacques was a good one because that brother was there for me, and I appreciate that. And I remember I went to Chicago. My last thing I want to share. And I just wasn't getting along, still wasn't getting along with my family like that. It was bad blood, bad. And so Jacques, he lived like a couple of blocks from my mom. And he was like, are you sure you want to go see her? Like, is it safe? I was like, yeah, I'll just go see it. Do you want me to wait out? I said, you ain't got to wait. I said, if it don't go, I'll just take an Uber. So something happened, and I just called the Lyft, and I went back to a hotel because it was bad blood. I didn't even feel safe staying at my parents' at my mom's house. So I just got a hotel really, really far from where she was. And so I got a Lyft, and I went back to the hotel. And and I appreciate. He said, "Man, you left that quick." I said, "Yeah, it's a lot of." And I'm glad that I was able to rekindle and rebuild that bridge with my family because it was burned for a while. And Jacques was very there for me and helped me to get that relationship back to where it needed to be. Thank you. As we get older, we learn to value true friendships. Yes, as I got older, you learn to value those true friendships. Because you don't have, a lot of people think they have hundreds of thousands of friends, and they really don't. It's a such thing as having a friend and then a true friend. A true friend is going to be at your low, they're going to be there, And Jacques was definitely a true friend of mine. I want to go to Chicago because I want to drink for my friend. You know what I'm saying? I love him. Oh, gosh. Another thing is I want to do when I go to Chicago. Like, for real. This is an ice storm. So, let's see what this Uber is giving. Because, I'm going to eat, take me a hot shower, lotion up, drink me a bottle of wine, and we will see. And like I said, if I go live and say the flight is canceled, then y'all know. I go better go to my friend. And which is fine. Like, I don't feel bad if I'm not able to go because I remember us being together. You know what I'm saying? And remember us, having that true bond. So, yeah. So, I'm already going to stream that live to on Friday in honor of him. That will be on tomorrow, on the 3rd. And, yeah. Yeah. Thank you. All right. Was y'all able to hear me on here? Because this is my new iPhone. Was y'all able to hear me on here? Was it good? Cause this is my new iPhone. Cause the last iPhone, it sounded terrible. Was y'all able to hear? Let me know if y'all was able to hear because I know it's a delay, a little bit of a delay on here. Okay, let me see. Cause it'd be a little bit of a delay on here. That'd be the only thing we use StreamYard on your phone. A little bit of a delay. Yeah, Fat Belly Fella, yes. Okay, y'all can be fine. All right. Thank you, you guys. It's better than all fall. Yes, it is. Okay, it's better than all fall. I'm thank you. Somebody sent me a super chat. I mean, a cash app. Thank you for that. For the love and everything like that. Because I was gonna reschedule my flight to 10 o'clock, but it don't make sense. Like if it's bad now, it's gonna be bad at 10 o'clock. Probably even worse. So if it don't work, then it ain't meant. Because I thought about driving, but it's ice storm, and I'm not driving on these dangerous roads. Uh, and my brother, I feel his energy. He was like, if it work, come. If don't worry about it. Just keep my legacy alive. I feel his energy. I feel his energy, and yeah, I feel his energy. So yeah, I feel his energy. Yeah. Uh, Thank you. I always say thank you to y'all because I really appreciate that because y'all are here. Y'all are seeing me on my come up, but Jaquez was there before it was no, you know, Wiley what it is. I've always been known as Wiley, as the Wiley Show, as long as you know me, but y'all know me as interviewing and all that. But he was there before any of these people. I appreciate that. Maybe they can live streaming service. I'm gonna ask his sister if they're gonna live streaming service, and I can share it and stuff like that. Cause like my spirit, they said if they cancel, they'll give you a credit, and I said they could just give me a refund or a credit, and I could use that for another flight. I could use that credit for when I go to Vegas. Yes. Because it didn't make sense to me paying $100 to reschedule a flight to 10 o'clock and it's probably be canceled. So I said, I'm going to just keep it like it is. Thank you. Little black boy, you beautiful. Little black girl, you enough. When things get hard, please, 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 always, before it even get hard, always put God first. Always. Put him first. Thank y'all so very much. I came on here to talk to y'all. Usually this would have been like a station head edition, but I said, hey, I'm gonna go live over here on the YouTube streets. I really appreciate y'all coming through. Again, happy Black History Month. This is the second day of Black History Month, so I, continue to do something great for somebody. Read about your Black history and do all of that type of stuff. Read about your Black history. You guys, I finally found my urn, so I don't have to be as wrinkled. You know what I'm saying? Yes, be all wrinkled. Let me put it. Yeah. Take me to the king. Yes. All right. Okay, let me see. Thank you. All right. This was good. Thank y'all so very much, you guys. Like I said, if I don't get to go, um, it will be resume our regular programming, and that's how that goes. Thank you for the texts and the phone calls for your blessings. Thank you all so very much. I am going to continue to drink, not continue to drink, but eat me some, drink me a bottle, a glass, or probably a bottle. Thank y'all so very much. I will see y'all in the next episode. Y'all be blessed.